those who were wearing the cloth or t-shirts with Oloye, with the picture of Oloye Sunday Igboho at Soka in Ibadan. They killed one person and they took another person away. So the one they took away survived, and he shared his story with a Yoruba platform, Odua TV on Facebook, right, I believe. So he shared his view, and I have this part to share with you. For those of you who probably would like to get a follow-up, something visual, something you can say, relate with. I've shown you the young man that was killed, and this one survived, and he narrated his ordeal. I'll try to interpret afterward.
Orúkọ mi ni Àsun lorúkọ mi.
Ẹ bá wa dárúkọ yín ní kíkún. A mọ̀ pé ìnagijẹ yín ni Àsun torí iṣẹ́ tẹ́ ń ṣe.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Kí lorúkọ yín ní kíkún?
Orúkọ mi ni Táíwò Fọlámi. Orúkọ mi ni Táíwò Fọlámi. Mo jẹ́ ìkan nínú àwọn tí mo wà nínú ọgbà àwọn Ìgbòho tí mo ń ṣe Àsun, àti mo tún bá wọn ṣe AC. Ní ìjọ́ tí kinní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀.
Ẹ ní sùúrù. Ẹ ń fìlì AC.
Mo ń tún AC ṣe.
Ok. Níjọ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ níbo lẹ ń lọ?
Mo ń lọ ṣiṣẹ́ ni.
Kí wọ́n á ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gan-an? Ẹ ṣàlàyé fún àwọn Yorùbá.
Mo wà lórí ọ̀kadà tí mo ṣe ń lọ níbi ọ̀nà sókà yẹn. Mo wọ aṣọ Yorùbá Nation, mo tún wá wọ aṣọ stop ọ̀kadà. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Kí ló dé? Àfi gbàgà gbogbo orí ló yọ lẹ́lẹ̀ ń bẹ̀. Wọ́n kó gìbò mi kọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀bò mi. Àfi Ọlọ́run nìkan ni o. Mo tún kúrò, mo sá eré, wọ́n lé mi mú, tí wọ́n fi gbé mi lọ́nu mọ́tò, gbé mi lọ sínú gáràjì wọn.
Kí lójú yín rí nínú gáràjì wọn?
Mo rí àánú Ọlọ́run gbà ní. Ìkan tí mo kàn rí mọ́ ni pé mo gbọ́ pé èèyàn kọ́kọ́ ní ẹ lọ pa. Ọ̀gá wọn náà ni. Ká ni mo fẹ́ sọ tẹ́lẹ̀. Ọ̀gá wọn náà ni. Ìkan tí mo kàn rí mọ́ nìyẹn. Ilé ẹlẹ́ tí mo dojú gbò, gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ ti kún lójú mi. Wọ́n ní kó lọ dè mí mọ́ òpó náà. Wọ́n dè mí mọ́ òpó náà.
Ọ̀gá àwọn wo ló ní ká lọ pa yín?
Nọ́gà méjì Ọ̀sìlárì náà ni.
Ẹ fojú rí Ọ̀sìlárì báyìí?
Mo rí, ó wà lórí ìjókòó.
Ní new garage?
Nínú gáràjì. Ó wà lórí ìjókòó nínú gáràjì. Ìkan tí mo kàn rí ni ọkàn dẹ̀ gbé mi dìde, wọ́n dè mí mọ́ òpó. Ìgbà tí wọ́n dè mí mọ́ òpó, àkọ́ tójú mi rí ò dáa. Wọ́n so mí. Mo rí àánú Ọlọ́run gbà lọ́wọ́ á gbé mi. Lójú mi lọ gbé mi sínú mọ́tò. Ìkan tí mo kàn rí mọ́ nìyẹn.
Ìgbà tí wọ́n dè yín ní new garage, kí ló dè yín fún? Ìgbà tí wọ́n dè yín, kí làwọn nǹkan tán ṣe fún yín?
Ìgbà tí wọ́n dè mí, wọ́n fọ́gi mọ́ mi, wọ́n nà mí, wọ́n ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀dọ́ mi lé mi lórí, wọ́n mú àdá ṣá mi ládàá. Ẹ wo gbogbo òrùngbọ̀n mi, wọ́n fẹ́ bí ọrùn mi ni. Ọlá Ọlọ́run nìkan ni.
Kí wọ́n pè lẹ́sẹ̀ yìí gan?
Wọ́n nítorí mo wọ fìlà Ìgbòho àti mo tún wọ aṣọ Yorùbá Nation. Ìkan tí wọ́n fi ṣe nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe nìyẹn. Mo wọ fìlà Ìgbòho àti Yorùbá Nation. Wípé ta ni Ìgbòho? Ta ni Ìgbòho? Ọ̀sìlárì lọ̀gá.
Ọ̀sìlárì lọ̀gá, ta ni Ìgbòho? Bó o lẹ ṣe dé police station?
Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Ẹ jẹ́ máa dúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run. Ọpẹ́ ni kí n máa dú. Èmi mo ti ń dágbére. Ìgbà tó mi mọ̀ pò. Mo ti ń dágbére. Tómi ẹkún tó ń bọ́ ní ojú mi. Tó ń bọ́ ní ojú mi, omi ẹkún. Kí ni mo fẹ́ ṣe? Èmi nìkan àti àtọ́lọ́hun nìkan ni. Mo kàn rí pọ́kọ̀ tú ọwọ́ mi. Gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ ti sá sí mi ní ibi. Ọkọ̀ tú ọwọ́ mi, wọ́n tú ọwọ́ mi. Wọ́n jù mí nínú mọ́tò. Mo bára mi nínú Sanyo police station. Ìgbà mo bára mi nínú Sanyo police station. Mo ṣàmú nǹkan tí mo rí mọ́ nìyẹn. Mo dákú síbẹ̀, hospital ni mo ti pàdé ara mi.
Sorry for those who didn't, probably who don't understand Yoruba. So that man happened to be air conditioner repairer. All right. So and he also makes makes what's it called, asun, which is grill for at Oluye Sunday Igboho's house. So he said that when they came to attack them, he was on the bike. So they stopped him for wearing the T-shirt with Oloye Sunday Igboho, printed on it and all that. So they just started beating him. And when they beat him, he tried to escape from them. They rushed him and they took him to their garage. So when they took him to their garage, that was where he met their leader, Auxiliary, the man that I told you about during the day of the attack. Yeah. So somebody is trying to ask me there that some people said nobody died. Well, I don't want to touch that anyway, but yeah, a young man died who his name is called Kabiru. The second person, this man that among other people that got injured, though, this man happened to be the one that was able to. He was able to get a track down, and he was willing to offer an interview. There are tens of people who were unlucky. Innocent standard, passerby, those they met at Igboho's house, and on and on. People actually. So one person died. Yes, one person died. So he said they beat him. He actually thought he was going to die. And Auxiliary told them, he said, "Hey, Lokpa, go and kill him, Jerry, because they've already beaten him like to pop." He said they'll beat him, they'll pour water on him, they'll beat him again, they'll pour water on him. They were beating him, and they thought he was dead. He was covered with blood and all that until he woke up at Sanyo police station, where he was then taken to the hospital. And then he was able to get treatment. Just let's have that on record, okay? So let's go forward. Another part of this conversation tonight is the confirmation of what I told you the day I was talking to you about the fraudulent 2022 budget, padded for we can call it fraudulent 2022 budget, a sort of parting gift that Bokwari and gang are packaging for themselves. 17 trillion naira budget is 2022 budget. Nigeria has no money. Okay, Nigeria has no money. Now there's this wahala with Russia and Ukraine, and for the past 2-3 months, the price of crude oil, a barrel of crude oil in the world market, has really jumped up from the target, especially when these guys were writing their budget in the middle of last year. They would not expect that they were going to sell a barrel of crude oil for $90 or $98. At a point, they sold it for $101. That was how good it was. And Nigeria made a lot of money. Not a lot of money, by the way, because as you are watching this video, the last record they told you then was that Nigeria was like producing 2.3 million barrels a day. Now, Nigeria barely produced 5 million barrels a day, while bunkering, as just same way insecurity has escalated in Nigeria, bunkering has escalated in Niger Delta. A lot of Nigeria oil is stolen even before they reach the buyer and what have you. Are you with me? So they have no money. So their plan then was that they were going to borrow 12 trillion. Remember that it was because of this loan, exorbitant loan, and endless loan and borrowing. That was why your naira crashed to what it is today. Your dollar to naira, or your naira to dollar now is 580 whatever to a dollar. That used to be 190 naira to a dollar. So because they continue to borrow and they continue to even loot what they are borrowing through the back channel racketeering, which is synonymous to them, Nigeria is so much in debt that Nigeria currency has been so devalued that it's become worthless. So borrowing is still the way out. Well, for the past 7 years, for almost 7 years now, Bokwari's government tripled what Nigeria spent on subsidy. They tripled what Nigeria spent on subsidy, and Because they couldn't meet up, they ended up having to what? To borrow and cover it and borrow more. Yeah. So, years 2016, the subsidy was about 1.1 trillion or 1 trillion. In 2017, it was about 1.2 trillion. In 2018, it was about 1.2 trillion as well. In 2019, they're spending about 1.5 trillion, 1.4, 1.5 trillion on subsidy. By the time you got to 2021, they said they were already spending 1.8 trillion on subsidy. Faceless people collecting the money. NNPC racket. Then, in 2022, they decided to remove the subsidy so that you can start buying fuel for how much? 345 naira per liter. And then they can use the money and give every poor person in Nigeria 5,000 naira to cushion the effect of that increase. And everybody will be fine after that. So people now said if they try it, they might have taken rubbish from them for a long time. They might have run for cover from the barrels of their guns. But if they remove that subsidy, wahala go shele. They now said, okay, fine. We will not remove the subsidy. Remember, they have no money. They wrote a budget of 17 trillion. They don't even have a kobo, a penny. They were going to borrow 12 trillion. They were hoping that they can squeeze all of you, jobless ones and those ones will get job. Squeeze all of you. They will get 5 trillion in revenue. 5 trillion in revenue, and that will make up the 17 trillion. But all of you said they should not remove the subsidy. Okay, fine. That should be the case. We will need to go and borrow money to pay for the subsidy. Okay, how much is the subsidy for 2022, Mr. Integrative? Well, it's going to be 2.55 trillion naira. If you are not going to buy the liter of fuel for 340 naira per liter, no wahala. We'll go and borrow money. When we borrow, and your naira becomes even more tissue, 2.5 trillion, and the rubber stamp Senate in Nigeria, they received it.
It became necessary to present this amendment proposal considering the impacts of the recent suspension of the petroleum metal spirit PMS subsidy removal and the adverse implications that some changes made by the National Assembly in the 2022 Appropriation Act could have for the successful implementation of the budget. It is important to restore the provisions made for various key capital projects in the 2022 executive proposal, see details in Schedule 1, that were cut by the National Assembly. This is to ensure that critical ongoing projects that are cardinal to this administration and those nearing completion do not suffer a setback due to reduced funding. It is equally important to reinstate the 25.81 billion naira cut from the provision for the power sector reform program in order to meet the federal government's commitment under the financing plan agreed with World Bank.
Hey, Ediri rubber stamp. They go approve. So that now takes your. You see, they just passed the 2022 budget to just few weeks. I mean, they just signed the 2022 budget to just few weeks ago. They are already asking for extra. Come on. 2.5 trillion. We have people who are ready to give it to us. So that you wake up tomorrow. And then your naira will be what? Will become even more trashy. But because some of you don't really understand how economy really work, you tell yourselves all the time that shall we they spend dollars ni? What you consign us with dollar be anything? Now all of them where they go abroad, all these people where they try to be this and them they complain about dollar. It is because you are an economic illiterate. It doesn't mean that you can't read and write, but you will be considered an economic illiterate to think that when politicians make decisions like this, it doesn't really affect us. Jare, We need people that can build electricity, people that can build schools, blah, 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 blah nonsense that you tell yourself. But the way it affects you is that Nigeria is a poor country. Even though some of you continue to tell yourself that Nigeria is a land that is flowing with milk and honey. You always love to tell yourselves that, have you? The pains of our heroes past shall never be in vain. You know those things you tell yourselves, eh? Nigeria is a poor country. You have poor leaders with poor thoughts, and you also have poor followers, poor citizens with poor thoughts. And guess what? You have a poor country. You don't assume a great country to be great. You have to think great to be great. A poor country that doesn't produce its own food. A poor country that doesn't produce what it needs. A poor country that prays to God to give them electricity one day in 21st century. A poor country that people still pray for the Messiah that will come and build good roads for them. A Messiah that will never steal their money. A Messiah that will build them good hospitals, good system, healthcare system that will not have to discriminate whether you are poor or you are rich, whether you are young or old, whether you are from here or there. The system that actually saves life, that care for life. You know, your ancestors, they don't give a damn. A system that doesn't have all of that, that depends almost on everything. That depends almost all the time on what they import. It simply means that those who run your country, those who bring real food, not those who bring paddy rice, rice where they never process. They put them on display. They take pictures and upload the video. And then the poor people, mentally poor people, they are jubilating that. Meanwhile, the real thing that run your economy, they rely on what is called Forex. Nobody is going to pack and put all your naira inside the Ghana must go bag or Bako super sack. And they will now load them inside container. And they will now fly abroad to go and bring your sugar, to go and bring your this, to go and bring your that, to go and bring almost everything that runs your economy. They will need to humble themselves before those countries to trade with them. And that was where your government comes in. Your naira has no power, no strength, no value. So you don't dictate the term. Therefore, your businessmen, after facing terrible government policy back home, central bank of fraudsters, where you know what is called round tripping, where you have middlemen who have no business, but they collect dollars from the central bank. They resell the dollars to real businessmen at whatever rate they like. And you know who pay for the entire thing at the end of the day? The end users, all of you who want to go and buy Pampers for your children, who want to go and buy spaghetti, who want to go and buy detergents, who want to go and buy cooking oil, all of you who want to go and buy a new car battery, all of you want to go and buy new tire for your car, those of you who just want to buy a new bed, you want to buy so many things, but you probably have no clue how those things found their way to Nigeria, either by raw material or by complete and finished products. You have no idea. When your politician says, you know, they spend dollar, if naira like, let it be 1,000 naira to $1, we don't care. It's because you are stupid, and politicians can make you look stupid. You should care. Because that is why today, a bag of rice, that's why your paddy rice, a bag of rice is what? It's a luxury. That affects you directly. But when you look at some of these Buhari idiots, see this suffering and smiling, suffering and smiling, lockerheads, I'll be waiting we could call them. All these people were just kind of, when you talk about rice, then the next thing they will say is, must you eat rice? But the question is that, suffer no they tire you. That should be the question. Are you with me? So they ruined that. And it's what? It's because of their excessive borrowing. 2.5 trillion for subsidy. Free money. For those who once asked you, what was subsidy? Subsidy was a scam. Abi no be all of una they shout subsidy was a scam. Subsidy was a scam. Scam. Nigeria is not a real place. Okay. Another thing is that Nigeria is very broke. You see, you will still see arrogant, poor nation. You see, Nigerians, when you see them, they don't agree that they are poor. You understand? My friend, shut up your mouth. Is it because you are living abroad? Do you think you are better than anybody? There are people here who can buy you and buy your family. Poverty mentality. Even you will see people who claim to be rich. They also have the same poverty mentality. Do you know who you are talking to? My friend, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. How can I watch my mouth? You can give me a mirror to watch my mouth like that. Big men, poor people who live inside poverty, but they manage to build this secluded life, larger than life, fraudulent, fake life that makes them think that they are better off. You do know what is called poverty? Poverty is that in 21st century, if you are in a country where a large percentage of people, they lack real food. Now poverty, now poor country, poverty. If a country cannot have stable electricity, my brother, you are living in a poor country. Therefore, you are poor. You may not understand. Oh, I'll come to that. I'll get to that one. When they say, hey, hello, mommy, Junior. Emma Bo, Junior, don't swallow dice, oh. You don't swallow 3 dice, oh. Dice is having a... the first thing that's going to be in the mind of mommy Junior is that, hi, Bese, Iboni Motiferu hospital to long. Where am I going to see the money to take him to the hospital? Because you, this boy, you have killed me. You know that I'm just managing. How can you go and swallow a dice? Instead of worrying about how can we get him to the ER? Let's get Junior to ER. Don't think about whether you have money or not. That is poverty. Even though you have money, even some of you even have money. When you have the money, you're like, hey, mommy, Junior, don't go jump kenke, don't go do high jump. Junior, don't jump, you don't break ankle. And then you come out with your fine car. Hey, why should you go in your fine car? Because you have to go and pick Junior, in the school, or else, God knows, you can't stay at home and be expected the school to have probably called the ambulance. And then when they say they've called the ambulance, they've taken Junior to the hospital, you're like, okay, fine, Poverty is not you not having money. Sometimes. In fact, if you look at the majority of those who claim to be rich people in Nigeria, they are actually poor people. Do you know that? I have so many rich people who are watching me from Nigeria. They are rich. But they don't understand that in context, they are poor. Because if to say Nigeria is functioning, maybe some of you will be leading a better life. In fact, not be say maybe, you will be better off. When you don't have to be a small local government, all of you are trying to be rich in Nigeria. Because you can be your own small local government. You can provide your own electricity, provide your own water, provide your own housing, provide your own security, provide your own healthcare, provide your education for your children. The richer you are, the better you can possibly access all those things, right? Then after, you also have to possibly put in place life insurance. Say, we don't know, anything can happen. Oh, I don't want my children to suffer. You are just the government in your family, and for those who feed from you too. But when you look around you, you realize that if you are, as a citizen, right, you are doing your business, you are paying your taxes, government is taking all those things. You can't drive on good road. You can't fall sick right now and go to the hospital and get checked without you first checking the balance of your account. Are you with me? Right? So if all those things are not there, imagine what life would look like. That except if you had somebody who feel like, no, I don't want to use that kind of, I don't like the the healthcare system of this state. I'm going to go private. But the standard set by those in authority who collect your money, who collect your taxes. They didn't do it. You have to do everything for yourself. That's you living in poverty, but at least knowing that you are better than your neighbor. I better pass my neighbor. But look at me. I may not have more than 50 pounds in my account. Some people even know that if you are in the middle of the month and you have 50 pounds in your account, some people feel ask you, say, well, you do money ritual. I don't have to be rich because I don't have to worry about so many things. The only thing that gets me worried all the time is just the people I have in Nigeria, the people I know. I'm just like, if something happens and they say emergency, Nigeria emergency can send you to emergency room here. But I'm not worried. And with electricity, with internet, with a conducive environment, then it's left for me to be whatever I want to be. That's what I'm asking for. That's what I'm saying, that even if you are claiming to be rich, you are driving your expensive automobiles on terrible roads. And your politicians are actually mad people too. They are mad people. Politicians in a poor country, they will steal the money for the project. They say, let us do this road from this place to that place. It's been bad for the past 15 years. I say, okay, we are going to do it. And they say, okay, how much are you going to do the road? I say, it's going to cost us 100 million naira. And that your politician collected the 100 million and he bought himself. Let's say he went there to buy himself a nice car. 70 million. He donates 1 million to church, donates 1 million to mosque, donates 1 million to every other place. And he calls a gathering and he says, I want to be the Babagun of so and say, Baba, yeah, I want leader one here. They put them together to sing for them like Aregbesola. Your road is gone. And that man will then be riding, will be driving that same car, 70 million, 60 million car. He will be driving it on a terrible road. They paid him to fix. That will not be mental problem. But when you talk about it, my friend, shut up your mouth. Everybody is stealing. Is that not also a mental problem? So as you have poor leaders, you have poor followers, and look at them. Sometimes you can feel sorry for them. I do feel sorry for some of you, the Buhari idiots. I do feel sorry for you. As much as you don't like me, I don't like you. But I do feel sorry for you. That one said I should feel sorry for myself. I don't have to. I don't have to worry about NEPA taking light. I don't have to worry about my children having to go out there with bowls, with buckets, looking for water. They say it's a normal thing. It's a normal thing. When we're growing up, we have to go and fetch water. Poverty no dey tire you. Poverty no dey tire you. Your papa carry water for head when he was a little boy, a little man, about a little boy. Your mama, when she was a little girl, she carry water for head. You, when you are a little man, you also carry to fetch water kilometers. Your children are now carrying the water, but you are praying to God that make you finish your face me and face you 4 rooms that you are building, so that will make you a landlord. And then you can construct one borehole there. And your children will stop going about to go and fetch water. And I'm talking about those who stole money for water. They stole money for hospital. They stole money for your roads. They stole money for everything. And you are upset. That's sad. A poor country that is unreal, where religion is also very, very crucial. Okay? They go borrowing and their people go sorrowing. However, even at that, like I said, that mad people, they lead mad people, okay? In the northern part of Nigeria, there is Sharia in 13 states out of 19 states in northern Nigeria, Sharia. So alcohol is haram in that 13 states in northern Nigeria. Alcohol. All of us, we say, every time we are not get Jack Daniel for house, and they feel like say something not dead the house. After a few days, I just like, man, not in this house. Until when I get my Jack Daniels, it's not because I will drink it every now and then, right? But because it's always, it has to be there, something has to be there, when you feel like, man, you know what? Make I just pour myself some glass of Jackie. Now, all of you will be omu every weekend, every night, in Lagos, everywhere, paying taxes. You made the Nigerian beauty richer. You made Nigerian beauties, you made them richer. And at the same time, you also made Nigeria richer. You don't know. I'll tell you. The highest payer of tax in Nigeria, would you believe it? There be beauties. Now, all of you will be saying Nigeria don't happen to everybody. Before, now for 5G, people, they drink. But you see, with the problem of Nigeria now, people just drink their sorrow away. They were like, smokers are liable to die young. I say, my brother, smokers are liable to die young. So when Nigeria now happen to some people, they're like, my brother, do you have a cigar? So about which one? It's like you see that one where they make person die young. That strong one, you get them. And some will be like, let's drink to it. Baba, we don't feel kill ourselves. Problem not the finish. Wala not the finish. Drink. All those bottles you they crash, you they VAT on them. Do you know how much they take from them? 7.5%. I'm not a good mathematician, right? But you can tell me, how much is a bottle of Star in Nigeria today? How much is a bottle of Star? How much is a bottle of Heinekens? Or Big Stout? Let me see. Somebody should give me a number. Let me go. My friends on Facebook they are the fast type. They are the fastest fingers. So, how much is a bottle of Star now in Nigeria? Tell me. 800 naira, 500, 600. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, just take 7.5% of it. That every time you open a bottle, if you go anywhere, they open bottle for you. You know how much that bottle cost, If you go anywhere, people they say, "Oh, I go red tonight." But you don't see the boot, you don't see AK's boots. I know they drive. We'll go kill ourselves here. We die here tonight. You see all those bottles, if you put prices on them, if you put price on them and start dividing 7.5, that money, that's what make Nigerian beauties and all this alcohol and all of them, beverages, hotel business. Nigeria don't happen to so many marriages. No joke. It may sound funny to you. It's not funny. Housewives, they are now like, since Nigeria don't they happen to so many men, husband everywhere, yeah? Their wives, they have become a lot today. Women, I'm not taking a dig at you, okay? I'm just telling you the reality. No joke, we they read them everywhere, scatter everywhere. You say, you know what I mean? Just yesterday, somebody they text another person's wife for Delta State. The person they tell her, say, the woman they tell her, say, I get husband though. My husband a popular politician for year. They say, no worry, your husband not go know. When he go away, they come. They say, are you sure? You don't know my husband. Madam, forget your husband. We go arrange you. We go take care of you. If you read the chart, I was like, but your wife is very beautiful now. Look at your wife. She's young. I was like, I married her young. She's not experienced. But you, madam, housewife, I won't come for you. So hotel business, short time, here and there. All those money. Now, Aramu. But because of Nigeria, as Nigeria is, Nigeria will take haram money. They will give it to the people who don't like haram. They will collect the money. They will go and dance Zazu say to today Arab to go. Zazu. They will use your money. It's like every month the Nigeria share money. They share money from alcohol. But is it not disgraceful? A poor country like Nigeria, they celebrate destruction of the same economy because of religion. Something happened in Kano. Why?
Sai kuma ɗan wasu dokoki na jihar Kano ya bada da mabambanta mara murna musu
their alcohol to the north. They celebrate it. That's what they do. They will tell you, we have destroyed 120 million bottles in the last 4 years. They will tell you, they brag about it. But according to them, everybody, as Nigerians, you can go anywhere you want. When the Southerners said, we don't want cows. We don't want cows on our streets. They're causing havoc. They are wreaking havoc. They are destroying our farms. We don't like all of these people that are faceless carrying guns. The people around people, they told us that, no, that one is against the NATO. Which kind of Nigeria be that? Is that not the fraudulent arrangement we are talking about? This is why, if you look at the whole story, from start to finish, you can tell Nigeria is not for you. But somebody said that how many times they will tell you? It's unfortunate, like how many times will they tell you that Nigeria is not for you?
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Ah! Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that. Sorry, oh. May God not allow them, make them kill you. 70 years old man. I am mumu na too much. You be mumu. You think say they wise?
You're a mumu man. And as they say it in Yoruba, Egunla lonkeyin gbale. The big masquerade, always dance last, or the big masquerade dances last, or whatever. Somebody was watching my video. Somebody was watching my video, a broadcast, I think it was yesterday or 2 nights ago. And then it got to a point, I think the guy was like, I don't know what to say to this guy. And he just commented, he said, they came. I don't know where he picked that from. It was like he picked something from one of my statements. I was like, hey, Maiyegun don't murder English language, yo. They came. I just responded. I said, Baba, you should be thanking me that it's not be only English I murdered. I did murder more than English. On Maiyegun's diary Politico. I also murdered your role models, your criminal diaper wearing leaders. I murdered them on here, and it sometimes get to your nerves. If you think, say, I don't speak correct English, call your English friend, your American friend, may they come speak Ijebu fluently for 2 hours uninterrupted. And then I can say, hey, Yemi, Motifelio, mi gboyinbo ko ori boyinbo se oyinbo ron gbe wa ko ori bo ti m sojebu ko m sojebu clearly Yemi èmi le so oyinbo wa o ono oyinbo yẹn bẹ̀rẹ̀ jebu we ko se ofa wo ara rẹ̀ wa se ma fo jebu wa if you can bring your own English speaking or English man or English woman, American man, American woman, and every other people that you see as your right, bring them on, make them come speak Ijebu for 2 hours. Make them just talk about the British government. Speak Ijebu. I don't give a damn about you picking my word, okay? But the point there is that I will say them, communicate them, and whatever you make of them is yours. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be appearing in court tomorrow. We don't know their game plan, okay? However, I can tell you, the Biafrans all over the world, they are on the move again. They've never really stopped moving, all right? But as a sign of solidarity, I got this from our Biafran brothers in Spain.
It's not like Nigerian police that shoot demanding the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Must release our leader, whether you like it or not. Tomorrow, our leader is going to court, and I hope they will release him unconditional, because Nigeria, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu commit no crime. That is why Nigeria is running away from their court, and they must release our leader unconditional. Ọrụ mmeri Orumeri, 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 Orumeri. Oh hey Biafra, oh hey Biafra, IPOB, one family, IPOB, ndewo numu Chineke.
Ndewo is how are you, Yomolong? How are you, you children of God? Right? Tell me. I'm gonna wait. Somebody's going to tell me. Tell me. Ndewo umu Chineke. Maazi will be in court tomorrow. All right. And as usual, we will see what his legal team will put up. Remember that Ezekome is now the lead counsel to Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, right? And there is so much expectation. Or let me say, yeah, there's so much expectation of him, what people expected of him, right? And we are all also supporting and then sharing them on from the sideline, so to say, sharing them on to say, go for it. Nnamdi Kanu has committed no crime. If there's anything at all, Nigeria should be mobilizing people to apologize to him. And at the same time, be mobilizing what? To make peace with him. And what he's demanding for is referendum. Remember that too, yeah? So we will see how that goes tomorrow. And I want to implore all of you, the Biafrans, as usual, make all of una remain together, come together as usual, and then show to the world tomorrow, right? That Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, as usual, is committed no crime. A terrorist would never have a worldwide, a worldwide movement demanding for his unconditional release. Okay, there's never a time a terrorist nobody will come out and associate with a terrorist. So he's committed no crime, he's done nothing wrong, and in this regard, yeah, let's keep that solidarity open. Okay, if I don't know if those who are going to be, if Maazi come tomorrow, right? I want to see a time where they can just make him say something to his die-hard supporters all over the world. Whatever the storm is right now, remember this, so storm comes before the calm. All right? Nnamdi Kanu is never going to die in the hands of those who want him dead anyway, right? If they could kill him, they would have done it before now. By now, they would have killed him, right? They can't kill him, okay? We'll continue to demand for his unconditional release, which I believe is the most important request from all of us, from all over the world, the justice lover, people who actually support justice, genuinely. So if you have all your differences, I would say it is almost time people should begin to see this beyond them. Are you with me? Bring yourselves together, continue to show it to the world that you are one. You are one, not for anything, because that's where that Maazi Nnamdi, that is where he always derives his strength from. I won't say more than that. I look forward to seeing him tomorrow, and I pray that he will be out soon, like our own Oloye Sunday Igboho, right? Once GoFundMe say I've contacted them today because they're supposed to get back to us like after 2-3 days. Okay, so today is the second official day when they started their review. Remember, it started on Friday, but we couldn't count Friday because it was like late Friday. So Saturday, Sunday, weekend. So let's give that to them. That okay, maybe they don't work on weekends. So yesterday, Monday, today, Tuesday, tomorrow is Wednesday. So I had to reach out to them today. So if I get anything from them tomorrow, I can bring all our spirit back on. I can't wait. But whatever happens, right, I will get back here to update every one of you. Thank you so much for your time, for spending your evening with me this long. I would have possibly take some calls, but I am having a running nose, by the way, right? I don't know if any of you noticed, but if you didn't, fine. I just told you. So I would like to go. So I'll see you some other time, okay? When we feel better enough, I would take calls. So thank you for your time tonight, and I will see you some other night. The other part I wanted to share that I didn't share is that of Abba Kyari part 2. I'll do that some other time, not tonight. So thank you. And again, before you go, I have my friends, over 2,000 of you on Facebook. I'm sorry, on YouTube, and only 900 of you so far have actually liked the broadcast. So before you go, okay, maybe the remaining 1,000 of you should do it. Just like the broadcast before you go. And if you are just joining as well, you can watch the broadcast from the beginning. Try, you will love it. I'll see you some other time. To all of you, thank you and good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran.